Hey y'all, today's objective is real world integer problems. This I stands for integers. So we're going to be dealing with real world integer problems today. And this goes along with math practice standard number 2, that one that was really hard, decontextualize. So we're going to decontextualize the word problems, which means we're going to break it down, we're going to use prior knowledge about integers, and we're going to make a simpler problem, make simpler problems from the big word problem. Whoops. All right, so example number 1. I accidentally scratched through. Important. There. A football player gains 3 yards, loses 5 yards, then loses 4 yards. What is the overall net gain? Hopefully this is not a Wake Forest Rollsville Cougar football player. So first thing is, let's get some important information. Let's break down this problem. So what's important? Well, it's important that gain 3, loses 5, and loses 4. And then we're looking for the overall net gain. Net gain. If you're not sure what that means overall how much did he lose or gain? Like, where is he now? So let's make it into a simpler problem. Gaining 3 would be positive 3. Losing 5 would be a negative 5. And then losing 4 would be a negative 4. So now I have decontextualized this word problem and made it into a simpler math problem. Now let's solve it. You have a couple of options. You could go 2 by 2. We've talked about this. You can go 2 by 2, or you can go ahead and add your negatives. So let's add our negatives together. Negative 5 plus negative 4 is negative 9. And now we have 3 plus negative 9. This is a DS problem, so we're going to subtract, and we're going to get 6. It'll be negative because the 9 overpowers the 3. So that means his overall net gain is a negative 6 yards. So if this was a real football game, he would be back. So his, let's see, first down, second down, third down. So it would be fourth. Would it be 4th and 6? No, it would be 4th and 16 because he still needs to get that 10 yards for the first down. Just a little football knowledge. Example number 2, the price of, can y'all tell what that is? I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Facebook or not before, but the price of Facebook stock has been very inconsistent. Inconsistent meaning going up and down and up and down. It started the week at $15 per share, then it dropped $8, increased $5, increased $2, then dropped $10. What is the price now? So we're looking for the price of the Facebook stock. Let's decontextualize this word problem and break it down into a simpler math problem. We started with $15, and then what happened? Then it dropped 8, and then it increased 5, and then it increased 2, and then it dropped 10. So notice every time it dropped, I put in a negative 8 and then a negative 10. So now let's solve this. You can go 2 by 2, or you can add up all your positives and add all your negatives. This time I'm going to show you the 2 by 2 method. So I have 15 plus negative 8, which is going to be 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. And then 14 plus negative 10. 14 plus negative 10 is going to give me $4. So the Facebook share or stock now is $4 per share, which is definitely lower than when it started. It started at 15 and now it's only worth $4. So it's definitely a good time to buy Facebook stock, but the people who bought it at 15 now have lost money. So the next couple type of problems are called find the average. Find the average. You have done average before in elementary school and probably 6th grade. So let's just review. To find the average, you have to add up all these numbers, and then you have to divide by how many numbers you have. So here is a data set of both positive and negative numbers, and I've started the problem out for you. We're going to add up these numbers over here. Negative 32 plus negative 35 plus 60 plus 95 plus negative 18. You have the option, you can add up the negatives together, or you can just go 2 by 2. So I'm going to add up the negatives. Negative 32, negative 35, and 18. 15, carry the 1, 6, 7, 8. So that's negative 85. And then I'm going to add the positives, 60 plus 95. That's 155. So I have a positive 155 plus negative 85. When I add those two together, I need to subtract. And I'm left with, 15 minus 8 is 7. So I'm left with a 70. Is that going to be positive or negative? It's going to be a positive because the 150 is bigger. So I've added and I've gotten 70. Now I need to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So 70 divided by 5. 5 will go into 7 once. 5 will go into 20 4 times. So that means the average is 14, and I found that by adding up the numbers and then dividing by 5 because there were 5. So let's do one more average together. Sorry. All right, so find the average. Negative 108, 25, negative 62, 45, and negative 20. Again, we have to add up these numbers, so I've listed them out. I'm going to add up these numbers for you. I'm going to add up all the positives, all the negatives, and then add those together. So I have negative 108, negative 62, and negative 20. That is negative 190. And then my positives are 25 and 45. So 45 and 25 is a positive 70. So negative 190 plus 70. When I add those together, I know I'm going to have more negatives left. So that would be negative 120. And I need to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to divide it by 5. When you divide, 5 will go into negative 1. No. 5 will go into 12 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 will go into 24 times. So 5 into negative 120 is 24. But remember, are these different or same? They are different. So my answer is going to be a negative 24 as my average because I had a negative 120 divided by 5. A negative 24 is my overall change. So how about you try? You try. Find the average. These are daily temperatures for 1 week. So somewhere temperatures were recorded for 1 week and they were 7 degrees, 10 degrees, negative 3, negative 5, 4, negative 6, and 0. Those are the temperatures for 1 week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So you find the average of these temperatures, pause the video, and then restart the video when you're ready. So let's add up these. I'm going to add up the negatives. Negative 7, negative 3, negative 5, negative 6. 7, 3, 5, 6. And that is going to be, let's see, 10, 15, 21. So negative 21. And then I'm going to add up the positives. 10, 4, and then we have 0. So 10 and 4 is 14. Negative 21 plus 14, it gives me a negative 7. So that is what I got when I added all these up. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So I'm going to divide by 7. A negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative. 7 divided by 7 is 1. So that means the average is a negative 1 degrees for the week. And I got that by adding the numbers and then dividing by 7.